I will paint the skies with your blood.
Peace is still an option, Your Majesty.
Mother, why must people die to agree?
My name is Queen Lyrina Velkareth. I was prepared for war. The Crystalline Empire had violated our borders, attacked our outposts, killed our soldiers. By every law of diplomacy and warfare, I had the right, the obligation to retaliate. The treaty room was cold, formal, built for decisive action. Ambassador James Whitmore sat across from me. Human, diplomatic, representing the Earth Coalition's attempt to mediate. Your Majesty, he said, there's still a path to peace. If we can negotiate the resource disputes. There is no negotiation, I said flatly. They chose war when they attacked my people. Now they will face the consequences. My generals behind me nodded in agreement. The decision was made. By dawn our fleet would move. That's when my daughter walked in. Princess Era, 7 years old, had no business being in the treaty room. Mother, she said simply, why are you going to hurt people? The room went silent. Era, I said using my formal tone, this is not a place for. I know, she interrupted, a serious breach of protocol. But I need to understand. You always tell me that being a queen means protecting our people. So I understand why you want to fight. I paused. But if you kill their people, won't they want to fight back? I felt something shift in my chest. It's called war, I said carefully. Sometimes it's necessary. But did you ask them why? She asked. She turned to Ambassador Whitmore. Why did your people attack us? Was it because they wanted to hurt us? Or was it something else? James looked at me, then back at the child. Your Highness, he said gently. It's complicated. There are territorial disputes, resource conflicts, miscommunications that escalated. So nobody actually wanted to hurt anybody? Era asked. They just misunderstood. In some respects, yes, he said. Era turned back to me. Mother, if I misunderstood one of my friends, you wouldn't let me hurt them. You'd make me talk to them first. I realized my 7-year-old daughter had just dismantled my entire war justification in 3 sentences. Era, I said, you should leave. This is not your concern. But she didn't leave. She walked over to Ambassador Whitmore. Will you help my mother understand? She asked. Not as an ambassador. As a person. Tell her what your people actually want. James looked at me. I gave him permission with a gesture. For the next hour, he didn't speak as a diplomat. He spoke as a human. About the fear his people had about resource scarcity. About the desperation that drove them to aggressive action. About how they'd interpreted our military movements as threatening. It was the same story I'd been telling my generals, just from the other side. We could have communicated better, he admitted. My people should have sought dialogue before taking aggressive action. But we were afraid. And fear makes people stupid. I understood that. Fear had nearly made me start a war. Over the next 3 days, Era kept appearing in diplomatic sessions. Not formally. Asking questions. Making observations. Being the bridge between what I wanted to believe and what was actually true. Why can't you both just stop? She asked one morning. It's not that simple, I said. Why not? She countered. You both want your people to be safe. You both want resources. You both want to be respected. That's the same thing. Why are you fighting over the same thing instead of sharing it? She made it sound so simple. Maybe it was. On the 4th day, I met with James privately. Your daughter is dangerous, he said, a smile playing at his lips. She's 7, I replied. She's wise, he said. She cut through all our diplomatic language and military posturing and asked the one question neither of us wanted to face. What do we actually want? I found myself studying him. Not as an enemy. Not as a negotiator. As a person. What do you want? I asked. What I've wanted since I arrived, he said quietly. Peace. For your people and mine. A future where we can build together instead of destroy each other. And if I can't offer that, yes, Then I'll keep negotiating until you can, he said. Because your daughter showed me something today. She showed me that peace isn't weakness. It's the hardest choice any leader can make. We signed the accord on the 7th day. Not a surrender. Not a capitulation. A genuine peace treaty that addressed both our needs. Shared resources. Mutual protection. Trade agreements. My generals were disappointed. The Crystalline Empire would face no military consequences. But my people would live. And so would James's people. The day he left, Era hugged him. Thank you for listening, she said. Thank you for making your mother listen, he replied. I walked with him to his shuttle. She's remarkable, he said. Your daughter. She understood something took me 20 years of diplomacy to learn. What's that? I asked. That most wars aren't inevitable, he said. They're just the failure of people willing to understand each other. Your daughter refused to accept that failure. He extended his hand. Took it. Will you come back? I asked. To negotiate trade agreements, he asked with a slight smile. To talk, I said. Not as a queen and an ambassador. As two people trying to understand each other. He smiled. I'll come back, he said. 3 years later, James was my consort. Era was the official peace ambassador, a position created specifically for her. And the Crystalline Empire and my kingdom had built something neither could have achieved alone. My daughter had taught me that the most powerful tool a leader possesses isn't military strength. It's the willingness to listen to a 7-year-old who asks, "Why are we fighting when we could be talking instead?"